Today I'm bringing you an amazing Sky Striker deck profile that finished top 8 at the Montreal Regional. What's potion? You got Matt here and welcome to another competitive Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today we're talking about Sky Striker, one of the most fan favorite decks of all time. The deck has been around for a few years now and recently got support thanks to the new ban list, where Engage went from 2 copies to 3 copies. And today I wanted to show off a blind going second Sky Striker deck profile that managed to go top 8 or 6th place at the Montreal Regionals. The pilot, Jose, is a good friend of mine and I'm really happy that he managed to get this top with his pet deck Sky Strikers. But before we get to the deck profile, if you're excited for the video, then make sure to smash the like button. Also, if you like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, including deck profiles, guides on how to beat the best decks, meta discussions, and videos just like this one, you're gonna love this channel. So make sure to subscribe. But with that being said, here is the best Sky Striker deck profile for the post Legacy of Destruction competitive Yu-Gi-Oh format. Let's jump into it. Alright everyone, welcome back into the deck profile portion. Today I am joined by Jose, who managed to finish top 8 at the Montreal Regional, and he was playing Sky Striker. How did the day go for you? What were your thoughts on the event?
So the event went pretty well. I really enjoyed playing this deck. This is one of my favorite decks to play. I played this deck going blind second.
Well, let's jump into the deck profile, and why don't you tell us what we're doing? Tell us about your record. What did you think of the opponents you faced off against? And again, the record, matchups, let me know.
Yeah, so the records, I went 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual profile here. Let's start with your main deck and see what you brought and why.
All right, so we're gonna start with obviously 3 Ray, 1 Rose. That's standard for the Sky Striker build. 1 Rose just for the OTK line, which did not come up just to that tournament.
Would you ever consider playing 2 Rose?
No, I think 1 is fine. I think 1 is fine, especially with the new support coming up. 1 is absolutely fine.
All right, what else you got?
Then now we're going for the Sky Striker spells, and we played a whole lot of spells. We start with 3 Widow Anchor.
3 Widow Anchor, okay.
Yes. That's probably still my favorite Sky Striker spell. Steal your opponent's cards, also like an impermanent steal. So it came out really good, that tournament. What else? I'm playing 3 Linkage. Then we're also playing the 3 Engage, come off straight off the ban list. I was really happy that came off the ban list. Yeah, like I said, in round 1, resolved this 4 times. That was pretty nuts. Next, we're playing the 1 of spells of Sky Striker. So 1 multi-roll. I really like this card a lot. Get to recycle all my spells, so that was really, really good. 100 drone, so 1 of, it's only at 1, it's really good. Also a starter. Shard Cannon, also good, hit the graveyard, banish some monsters, or you steal it. Playing 1 Afterburners and 1 Area 0. That's all the 1 card striker spells, the 1-ups.
Was there any consideration of playing a second copy of Shard Cannon because of how big the graveyard was in the formats?
I thought of that really, yeah, I did, but I think 1 is okay. 1 is okay.
And then Area 0, with the amount of striker spells you're playing right now, the effect to excavate the top 3 cards, do you felt like you hit enough, or did you think that the ratios you'd want to play a bit more in the future?
It was okay. I thought about cutting actually Area 0 just to bump up maybe multi-roll at 2, because now Engage is at 3. So I usually use this to try to dig up Ray, so because you have to see Ray to play the game. So I was thinking about maybe cutting Area 0 and adding another multi-roll. I think that's about it. Okay,
well, let's move on to the rest of the, I assume it's now non-engine?
Yeah, so now it's be non-engine spells. The non-engine spells start by obviously 1 Rhoda, 1 Call By, 2 Thrusts, and 2 Talents.
Interesting. Was there ever any consideration of playing a 3rd Thrust at all on the list, or just right now with the price of it and everything?
Yeah. I think 2's fine. 2 is fine. I wouldn't change the ratio at all. I give 2 and 2 is okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Then playing for the board breakers, 2 Lightning Storms and playing 3 Droplet, which really came clutch the tournament, especially against Fire King Snake Eye and Pure Snake Eye, hitting their Flatbirds and their Apple, against Branded, hitting their Centifire, which came up really clutch. So I was very happy this really came up. And that's all my board breakers.
Which one do you think is the MVP of the board breakers?
Ooh, I say Droplet. Droplet really came really clutch. 3 Ash, very generic, probably the best hand trap in the game. 2 Effect Veilers. I chose those hand traps because of the OTK with Celine and access code, which it didn't come up at all. I didn't OTK at all that tournament. Played 2 Ghost Ogre. It didn't come up as well either. When I saw it, it was just a dead card in my hand. I think I would change these out and put more board breakers, like put a Rogeki and maybe a Duster.
I assume these were here for something like Tenpai Dragon?
Yeah, that was here for Tenpai Dragon, and I played 2 Drolls. It came up once. I think, who would I play against? It was like a Goatee Runic.
Oh man.
So that came up actually pretty clutch on that. And then 3 Imperms.
All right, very nice.
Yeah.
As far as Ash goes, a lot of people are really worried about their Ash getting revived back with Hita. What were your thoughts on that? Do you think it did it ever come up, first of all? And what do you say to people who think that's a bad idea to play Ash?
I think you should play Ash no matter what. Like, even if you get Hita, then I think you should still continue playing the game, playing Ash, because it's a really good card, very generic. You could stop, most generic decks and stuff like that. So I think you should continue playing Ash.
Nice. Well, let's move on to the extra deck. How big is the main deck?
41.
41.
41.
Right.
Okay. So for the extra deck, we're playing 3 Kagari, standard, 3 Shiz, standard, and then 2 Hayate. Then we're playing 1 Zeke, 1 Azalea, 1 Kaina, and I'm playing 1 Dark Charmer, 1 Celine, access code, and a Typhon.
Okay, so talk to me about the different striker monsters.
So Kagari is probably the one that you always want to link to get any card, any striker spell that you have engraved. So for example, for Engage, obviously, so that's how I kind of resolve Engage 4 times. Shizuku as well. I mean, Shizuku, it's all right. In the end phase, you get to search for a striker spell that's not already engraved. And Hayate kind of starts you off by going to damage and battle phase and hitting to send any striker into the grave. Zeke came up a few times, and actually Azalea came a lot too, especially when I summoned 5 times and then end of main he kind of nibbed me at one point, and then I had Ray engraved, floated back, and I used a token and Ray to make Azalea and then banish a card that they control. So it's pretty cool.
I know when we've played a few times when you've been on this deck, you've been really good at using Azalea and even Zeke to be able to then get rid of a monster in your main monster zone to free up your striker spells and then link off into a Kagari or Shizuku to just get your engine back online. So obviously having those in the deck is super important. And Kaina, was that for time?
Yeah, Kaina's for time. So actually for round 1, when I drew for time, I was trying to make this, but he had Princess engraved, and then when I summoned it, he just popped it, and I was like, oh damn. So that's how we drew. So I kind of misplayed a little bit on that part, but it was okay.
Either way, how about Celine and Dark Celine and Access Code? Obviously, you said you didn't get the chance to OTK, but would you still play it going forward?
Yeah, definitely play these 2. Yeah, but again, I didn't get a chance to OTK, but I'll definitely keep it in this extra deck.
All right, well, let's move on to the side deck then.
For the sideboard, we're playing 2 nibs, 2 bells, for good against lab and branded, and 1 Magnum and 2 Jewish worms.
How did the Bistrels perform for you?
It came up a few times against branded, which was good. Then I'm playing 2 D-Bear, hoping I seen any temp high, but I didn't. So that was it. Then 2 Cosmic, 2 Evenly, 1 Change Apart, and 1 Hamp.
Oh, the Hamp, that's just the Kaiju, right?
Yeah, Hamp is for the Kaiju, just for tower monsters that I can't get rid of. That's unaffected by anything, and it's searchable with Engage.
Was there anything in the sideboard that you said, you know what, it didn't perform as well as I wanted it to, or anything that you wish you played that might have helped you in the game you lost or the game you had a draw in?
Yeah, I think I would like to fit in 2 Pankratops somewhere. Don't know for what I would remove. Maybe the nibs, because round 7 I played against Runic Stunned, and I need to clear out all his like skill drain and stuff like that with tanks. So I think that would came up clutch.
First off, was there anything that you think that in the main deck you really need to know as like a big line to get an OTK? Like, what would you say to Sky Striker players who are looking to get a top with this deck right now that they need to know in this format?
Definitely the linkage line. I think that would be your best bet. That's it. And I'll maybe if you're playing more board breakers, maybe stealing more of your opponent's monsters and climb from there.
And was there any, you mentioned earlier saying Raigeki, possibly Change of Heart in the main deck. What are your thoughts on a going first version of Striker versus the going second version?
I prefer, for me personally, I prefer going blind second, but I never attempted to play Strikers going first. But I know with the new support, it could go first now with the new cards. So that'd be pretty cool. Looking forward for that.
All right, well, Jose, thank you for jumping on the channel. Guys, I want to say first off, Jose is a friend of mine who has been competing with me at the same locals for 1.5 years now, and we've been through enough battles that I know he's definitely has the takes to perform well with Striker at Nats, maybe. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. So make sure to show him some love down in the comments below. Jose, thank you again for coming on. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to all the homies out here in Geek and Co, and I appreciate you guys. Play testing with me and showing mad love. And yeah, thanks for all the support.
All right, shout out to Geek and Co as well for letting us record here as well. If you guys want to check them out, I'll put their website down in the description too. And thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. I will ask Jose and I will hopefully get an answer back. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.